Welcome back in. My KC Live continues on a Thursday with another Representation Matters segment in partnership with BXKC and KC Black Owned. Today we're joined by Kyra Wiggins. So she's the owner and operator of the Radical Empath. Kyra, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. We are kind of chit-chatting. We got ahead of ourselves, guys. But we're just so curious to learn about what you do. So the Radical Empath.
Yes.
Share with us your mission.
Okay, my mission is to actually create a space for people to understand how energy actually affects them, mind, body, and on the spiritual side. And so what I do is introduce this concept that we're all made of energy down to the purest of our existence, and then create an understanding of what that looks like if there's any trauma that sits in the energy body that'll show up emotionally, mentally, as well as physically.
Sure. And this is all through something called Reiki,
Yes.
which we have been sort of like educating ourselves on and chatting with you about as well. But talk to us a little bit about that, because you touched on it. Personal trauma is a big piece of this with a lot of people that end up going through this type of treatment. Absolutely.
So Reiki is originally a Japanese art form. So it basically, what I would like to do with Reiki is to teach people who have generational trauma, so that trauma that's passed down from our ancestors, where things are showing up in this lifetime for us and we have no idea why, teach them where that could have came from and also how to like deal with it, uproot it, and also release it because it's no longer serving you in this space.
So that is wild to think about, that there could be the generational strongholds is what you were talking about, and then just there's that, but then there also could be trauma that we experience, loss.
In this lifetime.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talk to us about the difference, and is there a different approach to each of them?
Absolutely. So as a practitioner, I can only meet someone as far as I've met myself. So in the process of actually studying, I've studied underneath many masters who have gone through different techniques and modalities in order to help with the healing of the energy body, because Reiki is just one of many. But what I've noticed in my healing process is each teacher is only able to reach me or teach me, guide me to a certain level. And then I have to find another teacher for another expertise. And so with generational trauma, if you don't have that experience of having that generational trauma in this lifetime, you can't help somebody else who is suffering with generational trauma showing up in this lifetime. So that's what kind of sets me apart, is I've done the healing in order to actually touch back to my grandmother, my great-grandmother, so that I can help someone else be able to do the same.
Yeah, when you're talking about generational trauma too, or trauma in any kind, I mean, that's a big impact that you're going to have on people's life. I'm sure you have people that you work with that come back to you and say, whoa, like this was incredible, and I was dealing with something and now I'm able to work through that.
Absolutely. So the process of actually like uprooting what is going on like right now and understanding why you behave the way you behave, why you react the way that you react, it ends up like taking off the first layer in a session with me. And then what happens is the body is like, okay, we're in the healing process. Next layer. And so then the next layer comes up and you understand like this line of events that happen in your lifetime based off an event that maybe happened in childhood that you suppress and you don't even remember.
Wow. That is wild. And it, just the fact that you're able to help process that, you know, it kind of in a nutshell, because I know that this is a very elaborate process, but how would a session with you go? What does that consist of?
So it's actually really relaxing when you have a session. So I get you just laying down, you stay fully clothed. Lay down. I have a massage table because I'm also a massage therapist by trade. So the clients come in, they just lay down on the table, and then I get them grounded. And what that is connecting them to Mother Earth energy. And that's literally me just holding at their feet and setting the intention, because energy follows intention. So whatever intention that we set at the beginning of the session is the way that the energy is going to move throughout the session. So then I just get guided by spirit on where I should actually lay hands on them to move certain things, whatever they're ready for, because we don't want to give anybody more than what they're ready for. And then basically I just set the intention once I find that space to kind of break it up, release it out, and then call in a higher frequency in order to kind of flush the body to bring up the frequency. So when you get done, you just feel lighter, you feel more at peace, you feel more relaxed. And then about 2 weeks afterwards, you go through this integration process where your body catches up to what it is that we just done on the table.
Interesting.
That's wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot to take there. Well, we are wrapping up, but we appreciate the description and your passion for this. It's so evident. We understand you're located in Olathe, also offering some services downtown, which is so great. And we're going to pull up some information now so you can learn more about Radical Empath if you'd like to with Miss Kyra. Check her out on social media. You can give her a follow on Facebook and Instagram. It is at the.radical.empath. Kyra, thank you.
Thank you for having me.